A frantic woman dashes into a gas station, pleading for assistance. However, the attendant has already closed up shop and refuses to help, despite her desperate pleas. She then rushes to a nearby phone booth and dials 911, explaining that her sons have been abducted. Suddenly, a bright light envelops the booth, causing it to vanish into thin air with the woman still inside. The attendant emerges, confused, and finds only the base of the booth and a trail of smoke. As he turns to alert the authorities, the booth crashes to the ground. The following morning, police officers arrive to investigate the scene. While some officers doubt the attendant's account, Officer Murphy carefully examines the booth's remains and discovers the missing woman's identification. Meanwhile, in the city, April and her boyfriend Kyle are preparing for a weekend getaway to a family cabin in the woods. At the last minute, Kyle reveals he's invited 3 friends to join them without asking April, causing tension between the couple. However, April's mood improves as they hit the road. During the journey, Seth decides to set off a flare for fun, leading to their car being pulled over by Officer Murphy. Upon learning their destination, Murphy warns them of strange occurrences in the area, such as break-ins and animal killings, and advises them to be cautious. Murphy visits a local farmer who has discovered a deceased pig, which he believes was killed by coyotes. However, Murphy notices that the wound on the pig is too precise and clean, indicating that it is the same mutilation that has been found on other animals in the area. After the group arrives at the cabin, they enjoy some recreational time by the pool and indulge in alcohol. Later, Mel takes her dog for a walk and April accompanies her. As they stroll, the dog suddenly begins barking and runs away, leading the girls to a fenced-off area with a creepy scarecrow. Despite the no trespassing signs, they decide to enter the area and discover several tents containing marijuana plants. Mel becomes excited and attempts to steal some, but they are soon interrupted by the property owner, who arrives with an axe and accuses them of trespassing. The girls explain that they were just looking for the dog and mention that they are staying in the nearby cabin. The property owner, Travis, recognizes April and reveals that he was a friend of her family and had met her when she was younger. The girls accept his invitation to his house, where they chat and learn that Travis has been struggling with PTSD since his time in the military. Travis shares a photo of an unidentified flying object that his thermal cameras captured, speculating that it's a secret military aircraft and that the area has been used for military testing since the Cold War. Travis is enthusiastic about conspiracy theories and talks about the importance of living off the grid to maintain privacy. The girls purchase some marijuana from Travis before returning to the house, where they enjoy smoking and socializing. Kyle takes April aside and proposes to her, but she reveals that she's accepted a job in New York and hasn't had a chance to tell him yet. Kyle is hurt and mistakenly assumes that April is breaking up with him, causing him to leave the room. Their friends misunderstand the situation and start celebrating, but Mel comforts April. Meanwhile, Murphy is reviewing the gas station surveillance footage and discovers that the phone booth disappeared under a bright light. To his surprise, there appears to be a mysterious presence hiding in the glow. Later that night, the group becomes bored and decides to drink to pass the time. Kyle and April attempt to communicate, but their conversation is cut short when they spot a massive ball of fire descending from the sky and crashing into the woods with a loud explosion. As the group ventures out to investigate the supposed plane crash, they are shocked to discover a genuine extraterrestrial spacecraft and evidence of alien footprints in the forest. Panicked, they rush back to the cabin and engage in a heated discussion about their next steps, while a rainstorm sets in. Seth points out that the police won't believe their story, and April suggests they return to the city. However, just as they are about to leave, the power goes out, and April mentions that it's probably due to the storm. They proceed to the basement to check the breakers, and it's then that they hear strange noises, accompanied by the sound of barking. Recalling her father's gun in the basement, April quickly retrieves it before they return upstairs. In the darkness, the group uses flashlights to explore the cabin, finding various broken objects. Suddenly, a lightning strike illuminates the room, revealing an alien standing by the glass door. Without hesitation, April opens fire, shattering the glass and causing the alien to disappear. They rush outside and discover the alien's body slowly sinking in the pool. Frantically, they agree to leave and rush towards the car. However, their escape is hindered by a fallen tree blocking the only road to the city. Upon closer inspection, they realize that the cut is too clean, indicating that it wasn't the result of the lightning. The rain starts to let up, but only in certain areas of the road. As they look up, they notice a red light engulfing the area, and to their shock, an alien spaceship is hovering above them. As everyone rushes back to their vehicle, they quickly realize that the spaceship's energy has rendered their car's electronics useless, leaving them stranded. In a state of panic, Lex exits the car, and the alien sees the opportunity to use their light to abduct her. The group becomes hysterical and scatter, running aimlessly towards the nearby forest. Meanwhile, Murphy continues his investigation and discovers a camper van surrounded by chaos in the woods. With no response to his knocks, he enters the vehicle and finds a camcorder on the ground. The footage shows a family camping trip, during which a light appears in the sky, and a child is abducted by the aliens. As the video ends, Murphy searches the van further and finds blood in the bathroom. The mother from the video emerges, hiding, and attacks Murphy. After calming her down, she explains that her husband and son were also abducted by the aliens, who perform experiments on humans to learn more about them. Murphy calls for medical assistance, and before she is taken away, the woman implores him to help the people still trapped in the spaceship. The aliens return most of the abducted individuals, but hundreds remain captive, some for years. Back at April's group, they arrive at Travis's home and have to calm him down, mistaking them for trespassers. They share their experience and show him Seth's video. Travis reveals that the US government has had a treaty with the extraterrestrial beings since Roosevelt's time in office. This agreement between humans and extraterrestrial beings permits the latter to temporarily take possession of humans for scientific research, while humans can continue to act as if they are the dominant species on Earth. However, there is one crucial rule: humans must not attempt to communicate with the aliens. Unfortunately, April breaks this rule by shooting one of them. Mel notices a blip on the radar, which Travis confirms is the alien spacecraft. It quickly vanishes from the screen, indicating that it has landed. As the lights suddenly go out, everyone starts running, except for Travis, who instructs the others on how to return to their cabin while he stays behind to confront the alien. Travis discovers a hole in one of the tents and waits for the alien to make a move. When he hears the alien moving around in the dark, he opens fire. Finding no alien body, Travis takes cover under a table and scans the area with his flashlight. He opens fire again when he sees the alien jump above him and hears the creature's body hit the ground, followed by a strange, slimy substance falling onto his face. Believing the threat has passed, Travis emerges from his hiding spot, only to be grabbed by another alien. Meanwhile, April's group reaches the cabin and starts boarding up the windows. A strange noise catches their attention, and April peeks through the peephole to find an alien standing outside, simultaneously with bright light shining through the windows. Seth panics and opens fire, nearly hitting Murphy and his partner Mitchell as they burst into the cabin. The officers immediately handcuff Seth and interrogate the group, dismissing their story when they smell marijuana in the room. To prove their claim, April takes the officers to the pool, only to discover that the alien's body has vanished. Suddenly, a noise emanates from the barn. Murphy enters the building to investigate and is shocked to discover Mel's dog lifeless with its organs removed. Suddenly, an alien dashes past him and jumps out of the window, prompting Murphy to fire his weapon in vain. Despite the alien's escape, Murphy returns to the police car and informs Mitchell that the friend's stories are true. However, Mitchell is unconvinced and tells Murphy to move on, revealing that his girlfriend has left him for another man. Murphy remains steadfast in his belief that she was abducted, citing her sudden disappearance from bed without her keys or clothes. As the police prepare to leave with a handcuffed Seth, an alien appears in the middle of the road, causing Murphy to freeze in place. Mitchell and Seth yell at Murphy to move. The alien moves its hand and suddenly Murphy grabs his gun to shoot Mitchell and then self-delete. After the alien disappeared, April comes out to free Seth and take him back to the cabin. He explains that the alien mind-controlled Murphy and freaks out to the point of using a police gun to hit Kyle. Seth blames April for the chaos and flees the cabin, taunting the others as he runs away. Moments later, the cabin begins to shake violently, and bright lights signal the arrival of the alien spaceship. The aliens emit a high-frequency sound wave that immobilizes everyone and inflicts intense pain, causing light bulbs and appliances to explode and sparking a small fire. As the structure crumbles, Mel and April hasten to the lower level, while Kyle remains behind, using a bookcase to block the entrance and distract an approaching extraterrestrial. Kyle taunts the creature, leading it on a wild goose chase upstairs. Meanwhile, Seth ventures through the woods until his flashlight dies, replaced by a glow stick. He hears strange noises and fires his weapon aimlessly, attracting the attention of the extraterrestrials. They attack, leaving him gravely injured. Seth manages to crawl away and anchors his arm to a tree, but it's not enough, and the extraterrestrials take him, leaving his arm behind. In the cabin, Kyle awaits with a knife in the bathroom, but an extraterrestrial extends through the mirror and abducts him. Simultaneously, in the basement, Mel admits to self-deleting, preferring it over extraterrestrial abduction. After Mel passes away, April readies a crowbar to confront the extraterrestrials, but halts when the lights and rumbling cease. April cautiously ascends, discovering the power restored and Kyle's engagement ring in a pool of blood. Realizing he's been taken, a desperate April rushes outside, launching fireworks into the sky to attract the extraterrestrials' attention. Initially, nothing happens, and April falls to her knees, believing she has lost Kyle forever. However, the spaceship returns and abducts her as well. Moments later, April awakens and finds herself encased in a foul cocoon. After a struggle, she breaks free and walks down a hallway, passing other bodies along the way. Following a bright light, she reaches the end of the corridor and discovers she has been brought to an alien city. In another room, Seth awakens and panics when he realizes his arm is missing. Suddenly, an alien machine begins conducting painful experiments on him, including inserting a bug through his belly button, drawing on his skin with lasers, and inserting a probe up his rear. The experiments become too much for Seth, and he dies. Back to April, she continues to wander through the corridors, examining the bodies in the cocoons until she finds Kyle. She immediately frees him and gives him CPR, apologizing for everything. Kyle awakens, and the couple shares a hug before the aliens find them. A light surrounds Kyle and April, and they hold onto each other, thinking they will die. Instead, they suddenly appear back in the forest. They celebrate with a kiss and leave, holding hands and hoping to find help. A noise indicates people nearby, and the couple finds some soldiers, who open fire and bring them both down. With her last breath, April takes out the ring and Kyle puts it on her finger before the soldiers kill them with another shot. Afterward, the bodies are thrown in a hole and burned down. The soldiers continue to clean the area, eliminating any evidence that could prove the existence of aliens or the treaty the government has with them. Please like and subscribe for more video like this. Thanks for watching.